We want to graph a reflection over the line y equals 0. Now, y equals 2 is a line intersecting the y-axis at 2. Y equals 1 intersects the y-axis at 1. So therefore, y equals 0 intersects the y-axis at 0. So it's really talking about reflecting over the x-axis. So if you have your rules memorized, you need to think about the rule for reflecting over the x-axis, which is keeping the x the same and negating the y. So it says to state the coordinates and graph the image. So first let's get the points from the graph. So let's see, -3, -2. So we have I, and you go ahead and you do this with each of those 4 coordinates. Some people like to graph reflections over the x and y axis just by doing it from the graph, and that's fine, just by counting. But you want to make sure that you also list the points, though, because it does say to graph the coordinates. Okay, and Q is 2, -4. So we get the 4 points from the graph, and then we perform the rule. So I prime is keep the x the same, so -3. And to negate the y, negate means change the sign. So since it's negative already, we're going to make it a positive. And we'll go through and do this with each of the 4 coordinates. Keep the x the same, change the sign for the y. And z prime, 0, just say 0. Change the sign of the y. And q prime would be 2, and then change the sign to +4. Then we go ahead and we graph those 4 coordinates, -3, left 3, up 2. And make sure that, okay, my points aren't looking too good on here. It's hard to make points with it. But make sure you label it with the primes. -3, +3. We have e prime. And z prime 0, 5. So it doesn't go left or right, but it goes up 5. And 2, 4. It's easy to tell if you did it right once you connect. Now make sure that you always connect using a straight edge, especially on the exam. So let's see here. Let's choose blue, and it should be okay. All right, let's see. So just go through and connect, and you will see your reflection over the x-axis. Next, we want to state the coordinates and graph the image of quadrilateral Madá after a reflection over the line x equals 1. So we need to figure out where is x equals 1. Well, it's going to be a vertical line intersecting the x-axis at 1. Now, in order to do this, it's simply going to be counting from the line of reflection. Now, see how D is on the line of reflection? That means D prime is going to be in the same place, so we can label it here, and that is 1, 5. Let's go to M next. Now, M is 2 to the left from the line of reflection, so we go 2 to the right. Place your point. Here's M prime, which is 3, 5. I didn't list the original coordinates because it doesn't say to. It only says state the coordinates and graph the image. The image, meaning after the reflection. If you want to list both, you can. Sometimes in the exam you have to, so just be aware of that. So W is 2 to the left. I want 2 to the right from the line of reflection. So W prime is 3, 4. And the last one, A, was 1, 2, 3 to the right from the purple line. So 1, 2, 3 to the left would be A prime. And make sure when you are writing what the coordinates are, you're going from 0, 0 when you do it. So it would be -2, 3. And take your straight edge and connect. Let's get rid of the arrows and make it blue. And just connect the 4 vertices that are the primes. D stayed where it was. And there we go. There's a reflection over the line x equals 1.